Hello everyone. Welcome to my Algebra 2 trigonometry video of my expectations and some explanations about the class. Class rules are pretty easy. I did go over this with the students today. Just be on time, be prepared, be respectful, and no cell phones. There will be out cell phones at times, but it's not to be used for going on their personal accounts, social media, texting, things like that. We're only going to be using them for our mathematical instruction. This is course outline. Most of this the students should have. The 3-ring binder, because I do give all guided notes out. Graph paper I have, pens of course you have to have, and the graphing calculator we supply. So you really just need the 3-ring binder. And yes, some loose leaf for handed in graded homework. There's your grades. Again, I went over this with the students in class. Tests are 50%, quizzes 25%, graded homework is 25%. Tests, I'm not just going to sit here and read this to you. Like every 2 to 3 weeks. Yes, we'll have quizzes. I will give pop quizzes too. Pop quizzes will generally be on the notes that they were supposed to do for homework, just to make sure that everyone is keeping up with the notes. Graded homework, that has to be due at the beginning of class. It's imperative to have it at the beginning of class, so that way we can all go over it together, collaboratively. If I can't accept it a week late, because I've already given it back. I like to give it back the next day, if not within 2 days, so all the students have it back for some quick transition. If the student doesn't complete the homework and now I handed it back, it's null and void. I can't accept homework from a student who didn't hand in on the original due date after I have already given back all the other students their graded homework. When you miss work, or you had any missed work, the student has to make it up. I'll remind them, but I'm not going to chase them down. I'm in my room for lunch every day except Friday, and they can come in and do it during lunch. And I like to have it done within 2 days of their absent. So again, it's their responsibility. Our homework is something new, and this is why I chose to show my rules and my standards, this method, because it's a flipped classroom. So what that will mean is that either myself or another video will present the notes, the guided notes. And the student is required to watch it. It's no more than 30 minutes. And you know how long it's going to be because it tells you when you click on the video if it's going to be 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever it may be. My videos will be no longer than 15 minutes. Some of the more intense, so to speak, topics that need longer time will be done from a different video site. But nonetheless, the videos will need to be watched. And this is a good way in case a student is sick, they can keep up with the videos. If they're going on vacation, they can keep up with the videos. There's really no reason why they can't have the videos due the class time that they are due. And this is where the pop quizzes will come into play. Either I will pull something from the notes or something that I talked about in the video. And if I talk about it in the video, I use it as a quiz, I'm going to mention it 3, 4, 5, 6 times. It's not going to be, what did I say at minute 7? Okay, I'll continually reiterate what I want the students to do when they come into class. And it'll count as a short little quiz grade. And of course, can't be made up because it's due that day. And then there's just a note to you welcoming your child to Common Core Algebra 2. The flipped classroom, I just wanted to go back and say something about it. This is my 3rd year of using the flipped classroom model. A lot of colleges are using it, so it's an introduction to a new way of teaching. Okay, a new way of showing the notes, working in the classroom on the work that generally or traditionally was done at home. Yeah, and here's the other stuff for that you're supposed to sign for me. Now, these are some questions I asked your child. How often do I receive math work to do at home? Traditionally, it was every night. Have you ever had a problem, question on the work? Yes, most likely. What did you do? Where'd you go? Some said their parents, some a sibling, some they text a friend, and some just didn't do it. And so, of course, the most logical person to ask for help with your math problem is your math teacher or a former math teacher or anyone, logically in the math field. So we are trying to alleviate the problem of a student coming in with either all the homework done incorrectly or not done at all. So if you're watching a video at home, you simply have to watch the video, take the notes. You come into class and we have questions on the notes. Did you have any questions, anything you want me to go over? And we go over it. It's still a work in progress. It's new. I just received this in the spring, so I can use the video recording that I do use. Sometimes it is difficult to write on it, but again, a work in progress. When the students come into class, after we have gone over problems and questions on the notes, then we work together on what would be the traditional homework. So they're in groups of 2, 3, or 4, and they can work with a partner, they can work with one of their peers. I mix up the groups, sometimes it's going to be their friends, sometimes it's somebody they don't really know, just to help them work with people. When they get into the workforce, they're going to have to work with people, whether they like them, they dislike them, or they know them, or they do not know them. So I'm trying to teach them life skills as well. It has been very successful. Like I said, I've been doing it for 3 years now. There will be glitches, and there will be, some times of difficulties and frustration, both on the students' parts, the parents' parts, and my part as well. And we will continue to work through these difficulties and try to make it as easily demanding as possible. If you have any questions, of course, you can send them in with your child, or you can email me directly, call me, whatever is easiest for you to do. But like I said, it has been successful in the past, and we will continue to do it. This is the only class that I do use the flipped classroom, just because there is so much content to cover in the Algebra 2 curriculum, that if I was to traditionally present the lesson during class, give them homework, and then they come in and the homework's not done, then I have to do the homework in class and try to do another lesson. Makes it very difficult for me to cover all the material. And I do like to cover all the material in the curriculum. I do not miss any part of the curriculum, because you never know what's going to be on the test. So I hope everyone was able to access this and at least see what we're doing this year in the class. And again, if there's any questions, there you go. There's my email address and my extension. All right, so I'm looking forward to a good year. I'm not going to go and ask other teachers about the students, and every student that walks in is in a clean slate. So whatever work they put in, and they can be successful and hopefully achieve whatever grade they are looking for. So again, thank you for your support, and any questions throughout the year, again, please don't hesitate to email me or call. Email is the best. Thank you. Have a good night.